gracious and everlasting Father, we are before you once again. We ask that you please cleanse us from all unrighteousness and be with us through our lecture session. Dear Father, please give us an open mind to be able to understand whatever is given to us, and also give us a retentive memory for us to remember and be able to implement. This is our humble prayer in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
So now let's give our undivided attention to our sister.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. It's a big honor to present to you this afternoon. And I pray that whatever content will be shared will have meaning for each one of us. I don't purport to know everything. This is just a guide. And so I believe that I would take it, add to it, and be able to make something useful out of it. So we're talking about wealth creation. And I know normally when you hear about wealth creation, the common things are investments, right? Doing very big businesses. So something that, you can easily see the money. So you're expecting fund management, etc. But I think, first of all, we are in a digital age. So virtually everything is gone digital. From how we socialize to how we make money has gone digital. Secondly, the economic situation has made it very difficult for most investments to yield the kind of profits that we want. And third, if you're to go into any kind of business, do we have the capital? Do we have the time? Can we take on the risk? And so I would like us to look at wealth creation, but from a digital perspective, a perspective that is a bit different from what we have or what is traditional to us. Bear in mind that when we go through, you realize that probably you're already doing this kind of business. You're already making money as a digital entrepreneur. So this is just to put some structure to what you're doing and to give some pointers on how to grow it. And so the outline of my presentation is as follows. The first is to look at what a digital entrepreneur is. We'll look at types of digital entrepreneurs, steps to becoming a digital entrepreneur, technologies for a digital enterprise, the advantages of being a digital entrepreneur, and we'll touch on a few do's and don'ts. Please feel free to ask questions as you go along. I don't mind stopping to address your questions. So a digital entrepreneur, now this is an individual who creates and delivers a business primarily using mobile technology. That's it. Your entire enterprise is on your phone. Your laptop, your tablets, that is the entire business. That's the major investment you actually need to be a digital entrepreneur. So the types, you have a full-time digital entrepreneur. This is your only source of business. And so you are home and you sell your business online, and this is what you do full-time. But then you can't be a contract digital entrepreneur where you have a skill, where you have a product that you produce or you deliver on contract basis. Okay, so people come to you, businesses come to you, you agree on terms and conditions, and then you deliver. So I could work in a company where on my WhatsApp status, I have my breakfast options. And I deliver to my colleagues and friends only in the mornings. So on my way to work, I have sandwiches, I have rock bands ready. The names are tagged to the packages, I deliver. I don't have to come to your office to ask you, what do you want, what don't you want to know? All orders placed on my phone. Okay. It could also be an event. It could be decor, it could be anything. Bottom line is that it's on contract, it's according to your time. Or it could just be a casual digital entrepreneur. As and when the opportunity comes, you take it. So your business is advertised. You take it as and when you have the luxury of time to be able to fit it in. So first of all, how do you become a digital entrepreneur? You need to identify a need or a skill. Some of us have a skill. You can sew. You can teach. You can audit. You can do so many other things. That's a skill. Or there is a need. So you live in a community where, for instance, there are lots of shops. You're an auditor. Now, these shops need to comply with GRA requirements. However, they cannot take a full-time auditor. So that's a need you've identified. You go and speak to the business owners. You tell them you have this skill, And so maybe their annual returns, you'd work on it for them. You don't work for them full time, but this is an agreement between you and them. It's within your purview, and so you meet that need. Then you need to identify a market and a target segment. Like I said, my target segment could be my colleagues in the office, for whom I provide breakfast. My target segment could be a secondary school by my house. I'm a shark when it comes to mathematics, so on Sunday evenings, I will teach at a fee. Or I will do Zoom teaching every evening at a fee. Okay. Then you go digital. That's the thing about being a digital entrepreneur, is that you don't need to physically go to all of these places. You go digital with your phone, and then you deliver. I have a motorbike there because a lot of us now buy everything online. And so these Okada riders have become quite critical in the business of a digital entrepreneur, especially where your business involves a goods that need to be delivered. Okay, but if it's a skill, really, you can do everything online. So you virtually stop at the go digital point. So when we say you should identify a need, okay, it's an idea of a product or service you can offer. You can also offer gatekeeper services, what you call connection man. So I'm an event lady. You want an event, I can get you someone to do decor. I can get you a caterer. I can get someone to bring you rentals. I don't have any of these things. I'm a gatekeeper. So all I have to do is I advertise my small event business on my WhatsApp status, Facebook, Instagram, and I'm a gatekeeper. I'm a connection woman. You contact me, I'll organize everything for your program, even if it's home tuition. Oh, I need a math teacher. I need a science teacher. I need this. I can get you that service. Most of us have networks that we can exploit. But then we feel that, oh, that's not a business that pays. You can earn a commission for referrals. You should actually earn a commission for referrals. So if I'm a teacher in a school, I can actually earn a commission for referring teachers to parents. So my job then is to profile those teachers and ensure that they meet the criteria that will sustain people coming back to me for referrals. Then you identify a market. Okay, you can't serve everybody. Because if you're working full-time and you're taking this as an added business, you're going to be overstretched. So you need to identify your market. Then you identify your customers. Because in every market, there are different customer segments. You can't meet all the customer segments. So you need to look at the ones that can afford your business. You need to meet the ones that you can easily access. You need to find the ones that actually see your business as a need. Then you use social media as a shop and advertising channel. A lot of us don't use our social media adequately. So it's usually for communication. Oh, my Facebook account is entirely for communication. Or my Instagram account is so that I can go there and choose very nice styles when I'm ready to sew a fabric. A lot of us ladies are quite guilty. I am very guilty of that. The entire Instagram handle is simply because I want nice dresses to choose from. Okay. Or even TikTok. People see TikTok as a place for kids to go and play. But it has turned out to be a very useful channel for directing traffic to your digital enterprise. So if I'm into hair pieces, I sell wigs. Okay, so I'll use a friend. She sells wigs. She's in the office with me. She simply sells the wigs. But she's connected to somebody who is a nurse and makes wig caps. She has her dispatch. She has friends who like to do acting because she went to journalism school and things like that. So she gives you her wig, wear it, do a skit, something that is funny. Tag her Instagram page on your TikTok. So people go to TikTok to look at something funny. They will notice the hair is nice. They will come to her page and they will buy. She doesn't know how to make wigs. She just knows how to select good hair pieces. So in the office, she allots maybe an hour or two, takes her orders, gets the things supplied to the nurse, who works at her own time making the wigs, and it's delivered to the customer. No cost in terms of infrastructure, nothing. Everything is digital. She doesn't even meet most of her customers. It's that way. She probably doesn't know up to 50% of her customers. But she's seen significant growth in that area. Another example I'll give will be my kids' school. Because of COVID, a lot of the schools were running shifts. There was a strain on the income of most teachers. Now, for most parents who use extra tuition for their kids, it became very difficult for you to have the teacher come over. What has happened? The Zoom school classes has evolved into Zoom extra tuition. And for me as a parent, I've found it to be more effective than when the teacher comes to the house. Although currently my daughter has it as a group class, It's more effective because she doesn't have to wait for the teacher to take chore from wherever he is to the house. She doesn't have to wait the extra time, distraction, he's receiving calls. No. It's an hour, she's behind her PC, a question is put, you answer, you submit. So they use simple things like Google Forms. It's free to set questions for the kids. Each child answers, and as in real time, the teacher can see the results of each child, mark their assignment, class is over 1 hour. So the teachers close, they go home. They don't have to go to Adenta Kakra, Madina Kakra, and by the time he gets home, it's 10 p.m. No, he closes at 3, he's home at 5, Zoom starts at 6, 7, he's done. And they have private Zoom, so one-on-one. I'm a maths teacher. You want me to take your child? I don't need to travel all the way from, say, Madina to your house at Spintex. Because if I do, that will be additional cost for you as a parent. So I charge you a flat fee and then teach your child online. Okay. Additionally, all the content provided digitally, your child has free access to them even after the class. So when you compare that to a physical class, you see that there's some advantages on that. So those are some businesses that you can do to make money. Even door to door, there are lots of people who shop online and deliver to you. You don't need to go, physical. So that's a specific group you can identify. And your shop is your digital channels. WhatsApp status happens to be very, very effective for making sales. Because when I see your WhatsApp status, first of all, for me to see your WhatsApp status, you and I have a relationship. Or we've connected at a point in time. So that level of trust is established. I know you directly. And so when I see an item on your WhatsApp status and I place the order, you know me as well. So you can easily determine if Melissa is a type who buys and pays or not. Our friendship is serving as a level of trust. And so when you load your WhatsApp status and people buy, effectively, that is your shop. Okay. The same for your Instagram page and the rest. But then you need to create a corporate page. And so you'd find that sometimes your friend's number suddenly becomes, you WhatsApp the number and says, this is a business account. Since when? She probably has decoupled her personal number from the business account so that it remains professional all the time. So every time, even if you have a separate phone for that particular SIM card, you know that when I pick up this phone, I'm in my office. Okay, I'm in my business. The same for your social media account. You should have a separate, completely separate account from your personal one. You can use your personal account to drive traffic to your main page. Because, of course, your personal account is such that a lot of your friends already know it. And you need to grow your business account. So your personal account can be used to drive traffic to your main account. Now, you need to keep, when you go digital, you need to keep your pages active. You need to delight your customers. So just yesterday, we have a colleague from my SS who is into makeup, and she advertises on her WhatsApp status. And then someone tells her that, I've never seen you do a makeup for a dark-skinned girl. Then another colleague replies and says, because you have to go through 2-3 Pentecost worship sessions before you can see any of her pictures. And she is not terminating it all. She's complete Pentecost. So if she happens to go for midweek service, you are going to watch the full sermon, plus praise and worship, and all the hymns, before you get to her pictures of the job she's done. And I replied that I literally don't watch them because it's just too much. I don't have the data to go through all your praises and your dancing before you get to the 2 pictures of makeup or fascinator you've done. But if she had decoupled both pages, she can continue to use one for her evangelism and put her pictures on the other. Yet again, there are others where maybe I sell shoes, okay? And instead of 3 or 4 pictures, I have like 50. And they are like micro dots all over. When you start watching the status, by the time you get to picture number 8, you have forgotten the type of shoe you saw at picture number 1. You probably wanted it. Me, I won't continue and I won't come back to the picture number 1. It ends there. And so when you go digital, please, your page, just saying for all their social media handles, don't overload them. Don't think that once someone has come to your page, they have all the time. No. Most often, we are simply skimming through the pages. Again, delight. And for us as Christians, I think that's also a way to evangelize because that's a lot of traffic coming to your page. So delight. Everyone likes a laugh. Everyone likes a laugh. You could be having a very bad day and chance on someone's status, and that will sort of lighten your mood. So let's do it in a very dignified way, but delight your customers with your page, okay? Always keep your content professional. And then one thing I want to say that once you go digital as a digital entrepreneur, your personal brand, even on your private pages, affects your business brand. So if tomorrow, every little thing that happens to you in your private life, you put it up as a comment on your WhatsApp status, effectively, you are painting a kind of negative perception about your business. You are building your brand. Your person affects the business brand. So please keep it very professional. No matter how depressed you are, unhappy you are, or overly excited, try and keep that information off social media because people will translate that to your business page. Okay. Give quick feedback. Again, I'll give an example. So my auntie lost her husband. She's in the UK. She's asking me to get wreaths. And so I go online. Someone directs me to Unique Floral. I went online, and I wanted additional information that wasn't on the page. They've gone digital, actually. So right there, I got a WhatsApp number because there was no way I was going to walk to their shop. And then I chatted the number. I was quite impressed. Every message was responded to instantly. I want pictures, 5 pictures come with the prices. So I could tell that I was dealing with a human being who was paying attention to me. But their prices were a bit on the other side. So I asked a colleague that, do you know of any, because you just had a funeral in your home, do you know someone? She gives me another business. 1 hour before she gave me the price, even though I had given her the picture of what my auntie wanted. Then I replied and asked, what are the terms of payments? How soon should I place the order? Another 1 hour. Then I go back to her and say, okay, my auntie likes yours. Your price is good. The funeral is next week. Saturday, it's outside Accra. When do you want your money? I'm still waiting for a response. And this was yesterday morning. So I asked the lady that, this person you've given me, are you sure? She said, yes. She works in the morgue. She takes care of, she's busy. Then you don't need to be a digital entrepreneur. I'm not saying that be on your phone the entire time, but allot some time to it. Even if it means getting someone to handle your social media page, there are people who do it at a fee. There are lots of people who do as a fee. My younger brother does it as a fee. So you have your business. He draws up a social media content calendar for you. He knows when to post. He knows when to respond. There are even automated messages. And everything is put in place so that when you are around to respond, you give quick feedback. So right now I'm in 2 minds because if it's taking you over a day to tell me how to send you the money, I'm a bit worried. Well, if I send the money and then Friday my auntie is going, we're all going, how do I get the reefs along? So please, quick feedback is critical for a digital entrepreneur. Then you need digital channels to process payments. For someone who works in the payment industry, please, Ghana is very advanced when it comes to instant payments. So you have mobile money, you have instant pay. On the next slide, we'll look at the specific ones. Please, plug into them. Don't do cash on delivery because sometimes it's risky. Don't do checks because checks take a long while and they are expensive. I know the thing that has come to mind is the e-levy. Yes, e-levy is a big bother. But then the time and cost of travel needs to be in context when it comes to placing the orders. Okay. So if you're a digital entrepreneur and you feel that, okay, I can help my business grow by, delivering at a cost or delivering by myself and taking cash at that point, fine. But then please go digital. So it's easy for people to place orders, people to deal with you. Okay. It's safe and secure. It allows you to easily track your transactions. Because you're a digital entrepreneur and you're probably working full-time, you need something that leaves an audit trail. So that even if you can't quickly take a notebook to put down all the sales you've done, at the end of the day, the transaction notifications you've gotten can help you do your reconciliations, okay? And, anyone, anywhere can place an order with you, okay? Once you go digital when it comes to your payments as a digital entrepreneur, anyone, anywhere can place an order with you. And then you can take advantage of delivery. So delivery, local dispatch, key. Even sub-regional dispatch. So my colleague who does the hair pieces has delivered all the way to Nigeria. VIP goes to Nigeria. They come from Nigeria. So even if it means getting supplies from the sub-region, take advantage of that. Okay. Deliver on time. So there's a guy who I've bought from online, shoes in particular, because I'm very lazy when it comes to shopping. So I quickly decide what I want. I want a flat shoe. I want it black. I look on your status. I scroll, get to black, order. I've never met him. But if you order at 9, latest by 12, you have it. He is that fast. So there's a shoe I saw. I was very excited. I ordered. And he said it will be brought to you in an hour. And I was like, okay, what if I wanted to change my mind? But he had locked me. he had locked me. And within an hour, the shoe was at my office. And so I had to pay. When I got the shoe, if air had passed my face a little bit, I'm very sure I would have changed my mind. But he had locked me, and he delivered on time. Not the one where you saw, Madam will bring it to you. What time? Oh, my dispatch will call you. I placed the order yesterday. It's 3 o'clock. I have been calling you since 12. You are not picking. I don't know who your dispatch rider is. I leave the office at 5. Now I'm panicking. Please. There are lots of very efficient dispatch businesses. I know of Shark Express. I know Bolt offers a service. Global. Use the correct ones, the registered ones, okay? Even if it means scheduling your deliveries in a way that your customers get the money on time, factor that in. So look at technologies for a digital enterprise. The common ones when it comes to visibility. This is your shop, okay? It's Facebook, it's WhatsApp, it's Instagram, TikTok. These ones are really effective. Please, I want to also add that spend a little money branding yourself. Your logo, your colors, these are all soft. You don't need to print any signage. Spend a little. There are all these graphic designer boys there, design boys, out there, or girls out there. Pay a little for a very authentic brand so that you stand out. Don't download something from Google like I would do. Okay, just type a name that has come into your head. Oh, okay, Melron. That sounds very nice. Then you go and search for some image to support it. What happens is that if it happens to be a very common image, your brand doesn't create any recall. So please, pay a little so that your visibility is intact, okay? Pay a little for pictures. Go online. There are videos and there are lessons on how to sort of package your pictures. So if I'm a gatekeeper service, I should have a flyer that is very chic, okay? Very, very nice. Something that is simple and classy. So when people take my flyer and say, oh, she gives, do you need a home tutor? Have it nicely written, not words and images crisscrossing themselves because I know how to use Canva or I know how to use PPT. And so all the colors are collaborating in the wrong way. Pay a little to get someone to do a very nice design for you. Then for payments, again, mobile money. And with mobile money interoperability, you can pay across channels. Instant payments, you can access an instant payment, which is usually account to account or account to wallet on any mobile platform. So the telcos and the banks all have this service. You don't need to create a new account for this. QR code. It's quite gaining popularity, sort of replacing the POS. So a QR code is really this black and white square that you'd see. What we've done in Ghana is that the universal QR code also includes a merchant ID because most people in a certain category use feature phones. So you can place your QR code on your website, on your status, or wherever. So when I place an order, I can scan that to pay, or I can pay using your ID. Then we have the instant payments such as ACH Direct Credit. ACH Direct Credit is similar to bank checks, just that it's entirely digital. So you go onto your bank's channel, you enter the details of your person enters your business details and does a transfer. Now, for that particular service, there are 3 types. There's one where they get your credit within 2 days. There's one where you get your credit within a day. And there's another that you get your credit within less than 15 minutes. Again, for that particular service, it doesn't include e-levy. Okay. For that and the instant payments, e-levy is applied for transfers more than 20,000 Ghana cedis. And then for the ACH direct credits, there's no e-levy applied because it's really targeted at the corporates. We assume that corporates pay their taxes. So those are 2 channels you can use if you want to, I don't want to use the word avoid e-levy, but if e-levy is a border, they have the POS devices. If you're the type where you want people to pay by POS, because the cards are quite, Visa cards, GH-Link cards are quite common. Yes. Just a note that for the POS maintenance is quite expensive. And so if you're a digital entrepreneur, I think that's a cost you can really avoid. The functionality of the POS is efficiently captured in the QR code. So where the POS uses a physical device and a card, the QR code uses a digital image. And then you need to manage your business. Most of us would want to use book and pen. Me, I'm very tempted. Excel is my best friend. I work with Excel all the time. But then there are so many softwares where you can do your invoicing, you can do your stock management, and you can do one important thing, customer relationship management. You need to delight your customers. So how do you delight your customers if you don't know them? There are lots of CRM solutions out there, a lot of inventory tracking solutions out there, and sales management solutions. The three I have in websites are in Ghana. So there is Twanika.com. They do inventory. Okay, so when you place your orders, it allows you to capture what you've ordered. Okay, they allow you to track your sales. And they plug into your payment channels. Okay, so they can allow you plug into mobile money and into your account. So when people pay, you can tell that customer Melissa bought a shoe for me and has paid. Or I offer extra tuition. My parents can go and pay me from there. So I can track the number of students I have, which students, where they live, a profile of my students, and then the payments from their parents. So that if I want to do them some show, that information is readily available. Dream Mobile also has solutions where small businesses, medium-sized and large businesses can have these business management tools available. And then we have the Blue Penguin. If you've paid at a number of Goil filling stations using your mobile phone, they are the ones who provide that solution for you. So you'd see a message from Blue Penguin. These are just a few. A number of the fintech companies in Ghana offer solutions that allow you to do inventory tracking, sales management, and customer relationship management. Please use it. Use it from the very beginning of your business so that you get accustomed to doing it rather than have the Excel files. Again, this is what you will use to go to a bank if your business grows to a point where you need credit. You need evidence to show that your business is growing. How would you put together a business report if everything is in Excel? You are likely to forget a lot of the things if you are noting them down. But if you've automated your process, you know that you have a proper business record. And should your business grow to a point where you need more funds, more credit, you can sort of have that readily available to your partners or to your banks. So why is it important to be a digital entrepreneur? It gives you personal wealth creation. The way the dollar and the CD and pound, the relationship is not very strong. We all know that you buy something today, 2 days later, they've added 2 CDs on it. Another 2 days, it's added 2 CDs. So our current income is just not working. If you are in the government sector, the 10% COLA they gave us in January, it has evaporated. And nobody is interested in adding anything to anything. You understand? So please, personal wealth creation has become really important. You're your own boss. As a mother, I think when I was in the university, you're very career-driven. I work in the bank, I work in the hospital, I work here. Very classy jobs. Then you start having kids. Then you start struggling with care for the kids. And then you start wishing, maybe I should have just gone to training college. Because 3 o'clock, we've closed. Or this women empowerment cry, is it really by force? God, give me a rich husband. Let me stay in the house and mind my business. After all, he's the head of the family. Let him provide. So the challenge becomes real. Okay. This allows you to become your own boss. If you have a skill, if your digital enterprise grows to a point where you can comfortably leave your job and stay home to take care of your kids and run your business, why not? Even for our men, okay? You are a radiologist, okay? I know that you can actually give assessments digitally. You don't need to have your own facility. You can offer your service to hospitals so you write reports on scans and things like that they've done and make extra money, okay? It requires very little capital. If I'm a gatekeeper, digital entrepreneur, what capital do I need? Me, I'm a connection woman. I can link you to everybody. So if I give you the business, you, Madam Ketra, you give me my cat. Deco, you give me my cat. Rental, you give me my cat. Everything, I get my 2%, 5%, 10%. Then you, the one who is having your event, you have to give me service charge. What do I need to start up such a business? Nothing. Just my network of friends and continuous referrals, okay? And it helps you build your personal and business brand. Gives you some confidence to know that, you are your own boss, you have your own business. I can put a name to the kind of business I'm doing, okay? You work according to your schedule. If I sell bags, it is when I come home that I'll parcel all the orders I have and dispatch them. Okay, so it allows you to work at yourself. Then you gain access to both physical and virtual markets. Okay. If you are close by to my house, why not? You can come in for a service. Else, I can serve you virtually anywhere. You can be outside Ghana, I can still serve you. Okay. And then you contribute to economic growth. I think Ghana needs that in addition to the prayers. We need some people to work a little extra so that as a country we can, improve our economic growth. Yeah. So we sort of come to the end. What are the do's and don'ts? Please grow your social network. As a digital enterprise, you need a larger social network. And you can only do that if your service is on point, okay, and you get more referrals. Always be open to feedback. Please, always be open to feedback. There are difficult customers out there, but then it's a form of feedback. So be open to feedback. Don't take it personal. And I'm doing you a favor. And you know the trouble I went through to get this to you. And I had an experience where I ordered some Christian literature from a lady. And she had charged me for delivery from her home. But she couldn't get the dispatch to come to her house. I don't know what happened. She gave an excuse. I had to move to another location to send it to me. And still got upset that there was a change in the price, which wasn't up to what she originally charged me. But then the dispatch called her later to say there was a change in the price and I should have paid. I mean, really, you charged me 35 cedis. I paid 35 cedis. You pay the dispatch 20 cedis. He calls back and says, add extra 10 cedis. And you're upset with me that I should have added the 10 cedis. But my 35 cedis is with you. You get it. And she handled it very poorly. Told me how she's a new bride and how she went through a lot of stress to get the item delivered to me. All her issues. Then you're not ready to be a digital entrepreneur. Because I gave you 35 cedis. The entire cost came to 30 cedis. Logically, I don't owe you. Okay. So that extra trouble to get it to me, you could easily have cancelled that. It's too much trouble to deliver to you. You are not doing your customer a favor. Okay. It's a business we are doing. I can cancel the order and order from somebody else without the tantrum. So please, you have to have a very big heart when you are doing any of these services. Then you learn from, be confident and take risk. Okay. Be confident and take risk. Try and learn from your own mistakes and the mistakes of others. You can ask other digital entrepreneurs. There are lots of short courses on how to run a business digitally. Coursera has a lot of free courses, a lot of them. So please, you can go on, just Google Coursera, small business, from photography on how to use your small phone to take very interesting pictures, even how to design new flyers, how to, build customer network. A lot of them are free. They're online, even on YouTube. Watch them. Learn from them, okay? So I can start small. Please don't take a big risk. Just because your company has paid you some nice bonus and it has been your desire to go on to another business and you put all your bonus into the thing. Hey, please, start small, okay? Start small. Start with 3 bags, 10 bags, fabric, maybe 10. Then you are growing. As the business grows, you know which preference your customers will go in for, and then you can grow in that direction, okay? And then beware of fraudsters, okay? Just as a lot of us are wary of online businesses, please, you also need to be wary of fraudsters. The ones who will tell you that, I'll let your dispatch come and then I'll pay. Or you send it to me and I'll pay, please. Let's bear in mind that not everyone can be trusted, especially on the social media streets. Keep your business and personal finances separate. I know that what we want to do is to create personal wealth. But if you are spending directly from a business account, in no time, the business itself will be dead. So if it means getting a different SIM card for your business mobile money, please do. Yam phones are not expensive. In fact, a lot of us are using phones that are dual SIM. So the number you give to people to pay should be different from your personal Momo number. Before some spirit confuses you and then you start spending, you forget that this 400 cedis in your account is not yours, it's for the business. Even the bank account, it's very easy to open a bank account now. A lot of banks provide account opening options online. So you can actually open a business account online without the trouble of going to a bank. You can only go and complete your KYC there, but keep the two separate from each other. Don't be complacent, okay? Oh, your business is growing, you're a big-time digital entrepreneur, your bakery is the best, everyone is placing orders, you're into events, you are the event superstar, and your gatekeeper business is booming. Please, don't be complacent, okay? Let's try not to be impatient, okay? I think being a digital entrepreneur requires a lot of patience. And because you're online, it's very easy for people to tag your business when things go wrong. And there are people who go and rant everywhere with half-truths. So they have a business dealing with you, they contribute to the mistake, but then they're on social media tagging your business at this, at that, everywhere, about how you were unserious or you didn't meet their expectations. So please try and have a lot of patience when you're dealing with people, particularly if it's a physical shop. It is too much trouble to tell people that there is this shop at Mokola, shop number 3, and when I went there, they were rude to me, and there's no. But once you are a digital entrepreneur, it's very easy for people to tag you and to spread bad news. So let's try and be patient. And the last one is, please, success is not overnight. You could start a business and the economic downturn would affect your business. Feel free to change. It's not by force. In the morning, I was selling shoes. Now I'm selling gari. Yes, because my village, we have a lot of gari. I'm selling fish. That is my business. I have changed from Gucci shoes to fish from my village. And it's okay. You shouldn't beat yourself up because everybody thinks you are doing a less prestigious anything. You are making money. That's what's important. And know that the success is not overnight. Thank you very much for your audience. If there are any questions, I'm happy to take them now.
My question is on the payments. So, for instance, myself, if I'm buying from online, I would like to pay on delivery because I don't know who is bringing the item. The person might dupe me. My money goes and the item doesn't come. I've lost twice. So I would want to pay on delivery. But you were talking about the fact that as a digital entrepreneur, you shouldn't take money on delivery. Probably the dispatcher goes and he doesn't get the money. So how do you manage the two? Because the customer is trying to protect his or her hard-earned money, and you're also trying to protect the time you use to provide the service. How do you manage the two?
Okay, so if the customer is insisting, then I'll advise that you use a dispatch service that is registered. So not just some Okada driver that has delivered some things. Sometimes you tend to take their numbers. No. Shark Express is a very well-established business. It's a formal business. You are dealing with an office. Okay, then you know that, okay, I have sent Shark Express to collect an item for me. You understand? So you need to also be careful because you're acting as a customer. But if you're a business owner and you take the trouble to deliver something to someone at Kaswa from Adenta, you get then the person tells the dispatch, I'm not interested. What happens? Particularly if it's something you needed to produce. So you made a dress or you baked a cake. And the person tells you after you've brought the cake to them that, oh, I'm not interested. You've lost. So the kind of business you do also would inform your terms of payment. Okay, you may want to take some payments in advance to cover at least the cost of production and then agree on, a balance when the item is delivered. There are even dispatchers who will come and park in front of you and confirm from the madam or the whoever that you've received the money before they give the item to you. Okay. But then it is particularly risky for those who produce items. If you are baking, if you are making dresses, it's a risk to say, oh, I'll do cash on delivery. Especially when the trust hasn't been built. Okay.
Any question? Okay. The job I do, I'm not supposed to do any extra work. And the dollar and the cedi and the pounds are not in good terms. I had 15,000 followers. And somebody hacked my account. Now I have almost 5,000. What advice do you have for me?
Okay, so I don't know how many of us know that people earn income from their social media pages, just from what they post. So you need to investigate. Instagram pays people. I think YouTube also pays if you meet a certain number. So since you are a man of God, you may want to, your sermons, you are not asking for money, but...
Lucas, are you listening?
So you would spend a little extra having your sermons, edited, put together nicely, there's a lesson, people follow you, people can interact with you, the more your page grows, you would have to find out from that particular platform how you can earn income. Because you're driving traffic to their page anyways. Okay. So
Anyway.
yes, you can earn income simply by...
Thank you very much. Having said that, church, I came purposely for this one. What I just said, I just wanted to attract your attention. We need to patronize our own businesses. Adventists. Adventists must, I won't say should, going forward, patronize our sisters and our brothers' businesses. When you see the brochure we made for this committee, there are businesses that have advertised in them. Respectfully, pick your phone. Respectfully, pick your phone. And then open the camp meeting brochure right now, respectfully. Some of you have not even looked at the program. We have businesses advertised there. I just want you to look at it. And when we leave here, because this place did not allow us to bring the products here, when we leave, let us get in touch with our sisters and our brothers who are into those various businesses. When we need their services, let us patronize them. The Jews have a system. Money runs among them 7 times before it goes out. 7 times. Jew to Jew, Jew to Jew, Jew to Jew, up to 7 times before it leaves them. If we patronize our own people products, there are some people here who have not been faithful in returning tithe. Through your patronization, God is going to bless them to be able to return tithe, and God will enlarge their territory. So I just want those who are into bread baking. Cynthia is here for, even though she didn't advertise, I'm advertising for her. She's into cake. All those things, please, let us begin as a district. When you need something, find out if the district has somebody who is into those things, and let us, ask them to supply. God richly bless you. I'm grateful.
So I'd just like to add to what Pastor just said, that I know of people who also form networks. Okay, so if we are about 5, 6, 7 friends, we could create a marketplace, a WhatsApp marketplace, where I would speak to my contacts and ask if they'd be happy to join my marketplace. And you would all speak to your contact. And then we advertise on those pages. So if I'm able to bring about 30 people onto the page, you bring 30, you bring 30, you bring 30 of our contacts. Because when we go through our contact numbers, we would have our marketplace. And we can all post our business and try and get referrals from there. So those are options. Of course, using the church platform may be a challenge. Unless the church considers that maybe once a month we will have a market day and people can advertise their businesses on that page. That's a different one. Else, you can come together with your friends, create a marketplace. I'm on a few marketplaces. There's a lady who actually, she doesn't do anything. All she does is to go on to Ali Baba and the rest, and post things of interest. If you are interested, you pay. She ships it collectively. And I've seen a few people, the kind of orders they are ordering is clearly for a business. So 10 shoes, 1 person, 15 shoes, 1 person, bags. But this lady, all she does is to take away the trouble of getting us a good supplier from China. And then, so the marketplace is active. All right. If there are no further questions, I would like us to have a word of prayer. Heavenly Father, we are most thankful to you for your grace is sufficient for us. We thank you for the conversation we've had today. We know that you're going to open our eyes to opportunities that abound. We know that you will bless the work of our hands so that in all that we do, we will be fruitful. And we can also bless your church. We thank you for all you've done. We commit the rest of the program in your hands, Father. Please be merciful unto us and keep us through the end of the service. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen.